What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you how to find liquidity on the charts. I'm also going to be doing a breakdown of this week's trades. Let's get right into it. So first, we're going to look at this week's profit and loss report. So you can see we had an 80% win rate, right? We had a loss there, we had a loss there, then all the other trades were wins, 50% gainer, 48% gainer, 106% gainer, 261% gainer, 321% gainer, and then we had a huge 1,000% gainer that actually ended up being able to buy somebody a car, right? One of our premium members got in that trade and was able to put the down payment on his dream BMW. So I think that's awesome to see people using profits to improve their life, right? Because that's what it's for. That's why we do this. We do this so we can make money, so we can buy what we want to do. And I just really think that's cool that somebody was able to take that trade and then put the down payment on their dream car, right? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how to find liquidity, right? So what is liquidity, right? Everybody always asks me, what is liquidity? So liquidity in its most basic terms means how easy is it to buy or sell an asset, right? So in banking terms or in terms of money, you might often hear somebody ask you, how liquid are you? Or how liquid is this person? So liquid just means how much money do you have, right? So how easily can I buy and sell an asset? If I'm very liquid in my bank account, that means I can just go buy stuff right now. If I'm illiquid, so I in front of liquid, illiquid, that means I'm not able to buy anything because my money's tied up in other assets. So on the charts, that means how easy is it to buy or sell an asset? And what that will depend on is how many orders there are. Because if you're a big bank placing a big order, you're going to need somebody to fill your order, right? So bids and asks, right? The market has two kinds of orders, bids and asks. So each of them work off each other, right? So you want to place bids, right? You need asks to get filled. You want to place asks, you need bids to get filled. So kind of like a back and forth dynamic between buyers and sellers that's always going on in the marketplace. So how can you actually find this on the chart? So for stocks, it's a little bit different than futures, but it's the same concept. I'm actually going to go over both. So make sure you watch till the end of this video, by the way, because if you can't watch 10 minutes of a video, you're not going to be successful. I'm just going to say it to you right now. So don't click off. Don't go click on some weird video from Jake Paul or something, right? So just focus on this. This is what's actually going to help you. So look right here. So we have this gap. So this is the gap between the close of the stock market and then the open of the stock market. So there's a lot of liquidity resting around here. There's also a gap right here, open and close, I'm sorry, and then open. And then you can see price comes down, targets this, come back down, targets this liquidity again. So the reason there's a lot of liquidity around the close and the open of sessions is because that's where these big banks are placing their orders. They're placing a lot of orders in the aftermarket and they're placing a lot of orders in the pre-market, and they're also placing orders right when the market opens. So often there's not a lot of liquidity in the gap, but there's liquidity on the outside of it, right? So I hope that makes sense. So basically what I'm saying is there's liquidity right here and there's liquidity on the top of it, right? But in these gaps, there's not much liquidity. So you can often see like right here, price will come down and then it'll target right at the top of this gap because there's not much liquidity right here. So if price were to come through this, right, if price were to come through this gap, you can see it bounces off of it. So it's either going to bounce off right at the bottom, but it's rarely going to bounce like right in the middle. It's usually going to do something like this and bounce at either the top of the zone or the bottom of the zone. So just know that. And there's also a lot of liquidity around highs. So this was a high, came up, we targeted this high. So that's what we use to trade stocks. We just use gaps. We make it very simple. We use gaps, we use trends, and we have a couple other criteria for our entry and exit, but that's really the gist of it, right? That's the summary of how we do it with stocks. Now for futures, this is what I trade. I mainly trade futures. I trade options as well, but I'm mainly focused on futures. Futures is very, very simple, right? So we're looking at opens, highs, and lows of previous sessions and of the day. So this was actually an opening gap, right? So this was from 4:45 to 6 p.m. The futures market is actually closed between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is when the futures market opened back up. So we had this low right here. Bam, we targeted this low perfectly. And then we also had an Asia low, and a London low. And when you have two lows that are both respecting the same level, there's a lot of liquidity. And then we had news. But as you can see, price respected this zone perfectly. Could not have respected it any better. And the reason that happened is because we're looking at liquidity, which is where the orders actually are. We're not looking at stupid stuff that makes no sense, right? Because a lot of people use support and resistance. Support and resistance can be okay if you know why you're placing support and resistance. That's fine. But the thing I have a problem with is some people just place support and resistance and they have no idea what it is. So support and resistance is just a high or a low. So I like to just call it a high or low. I don't like to overcomplicate it because trading is complicated enough. So I like to make it very, very simple. That's my main focus with trading because in my mind, I like to make things very, very simple so then I can look at it and make decisions. So the next thing we're going to look at is some premium member profits from this week using the strategy and using our options alerts and our watch list. So my man Chris made $535, 390% gain on that trade. That's crazy. I mean, I love it. We have gains like that pretty much every week. All right, we also had even more than that. We had 1,000% gainer this week as well. My man J Ram, he said all week $1,000 days never been better, and I can relate to that because when I first started trading, we start having that consistency. It's so nice. Whoops. My man Kanga said 30 minutes of using my strategy. The trend is your friend. I did a live and I was talking about trends. He made $720, bringing his account up 167%. I fucking love to see that. My man Space is on a 7-day winning streak using my strategy. That's awesome. That is awesome. 100% winning trades. Golden Guz, HPQ, he made $630. My man X Magatasu made $328. That is fucking awesome. X Joshua made $500. He said he started figuring out my strategy. Space said he saw a good breakout above the 5-3-4-3-2-5 zone that I marked out on the live. And he just had his first $1,000 day. That's what we do. That's what we do, people. That's what we do. First $1,000 day. That's a great feeling. I remember my first $1,000 day. So my man Pergatech made $2,212. JC's been absolutely killing it recently. He made $585. That's awesome. He said waited for that break and retest. And I was actually talking with JC. He was on the live stream. And he goes, "Would you get in off that break and retest level?" And I told him, I was like, "Yes, I would. I love that trade." And then he got in and he made some fucking money. So that's just what we do. JC, shout out JC, man. And my man Valruns made $3,688. He said the premium process and all the info just clicked. So for this next one, you might be wondering, RP, that's a car. This is a trading video. Why are you showing me a Tesla Model Y? Well, one of my mentorship students that I work with one-on-one just bought a new car, right? And we encourage all kinds of wins. So he just bought a new car. He's been absolutely killing it. He's been really understanding the strategy. And as you can see, it paid off. He's very young too, very, very young guy, and just really focused. He's been asking me questions one-on-one because just if you don't know, the lifetime members, they all have access to my personal contacts. They can just text me anytime and we can talk. I can help them out. So he's been killing it. So shout out to Scott. Beautiful car. I like the white. So I'm just going to show you all a little bit of what's going on in Premium. I've never done this before. I've never actually showed like what we're doing inside of Premium. So this is going to be a little sneak peek. So this is the Premium chat, right? So as you can see, my man Ashton just got a $300,000 Trade account. So he just got funded for $300,000. And there's always positive vibes going on. And he said he bought my course, started diving into a few strategies, and it took him 9 days to get that. So that's awesome. My man Dallas Dragon bought some Tommy Hilfiger. He's getting dripped out. I love it. I love it. He said Premium did this, not coming out of pocket at all. And this is some reactions to an alert that one of our analysts gave out. So he said that setup was on point. Bruv is an actual wizard, so inspirational. And then my man Benner said, you know what, I'm taking partial profits. And I said, that's what we do. That's what we do, people. We make money, right? We make fucking money. So we also have the daily watch list. So we send out levels for SPY, and we also send out watch list for a number of different stocks. I just wanted to focus on the SPY and QQQ today because that's what we're really going over today, SPY, QQQ, ES. So we send SPY over, so that's our prediction for SPY, and that's our prediction for QQQ. So below we see that, and over 454, we see a new all-time high. Shout out Money Motive. He has absolutely been fucking killing it. He's a wizard. He's a great trader. He's one of the best traders I know. One of the best traders I know. Then we have the options alerts section, the options alerts. So we send out the exact position to get into. So right here, HPQ, 30.5 call, expiring on the 17th. 26 cents a contract, day and swing trade. That just means it could be a day trade or it could turn into a swing trade. And as you can see, this was sent on the 14th. And on the 15th, this trade was a 253% gainer overnight. So just what we do, you know, 253% gainer. So that means if you had $100, you would have made around $253 in profit. All right, so not bad. Just off $100, $1,000, you would have made more. So we have the futures alerts and the live stream. So every single morning, literally every single morning, I have not missed it yet. I send out my full game plan on what I'm going to do in ES. So my whole game plan on what I'm looking to get into and just pretty much everything I'm looking at, right? And I also send my little mindset of like, okay, today I want to focus on having a plan. So I say have a plan in place. I just always drop value and stuff like that. And this is David. This is our other futures analyst. I'm going to show you one of his trades right now. So David had a great trade this week. He had a lot of great trades. This is what I want to focus on. I just really want to break down, right? So he was expecting price to break through this trend, right? So a little break, retest setup. And he sent out an alert to get into NQ shorts right here. And he said, sizing light, market is volatile. So that just means he's not going in too heavy. So he's taking this very light. And as you can see, this trade played off. This trade played off perfectly. And he said he's fully out. So he sent the exact entry and the exact exit. And people made a ton of money. And David's specialty is helping people pass funded accounts. So David's really good with funded accounts. He always has discount codes for everybody. He always helps people pass funded accounts. But that's what David does. He's really, really good with the funded accounts. I don't focus as much on funded accounts just because I don't use them. But my strategy works for funded accounts as well. People pass funded accounts all the time using funded accounts. Just me personally, I haven't used a funded account, but my strategy works great for it. And my strategy has a very tight stop loss, so it actually works perfect for funded accounts. And people have been passing a ton of funded accounts with my strategy. Right, so also the premium courses. So I've never showed anybody this before. It's not in premium, but I'm just going to do a little recap. So these are only 4 of the lessons. We have around 20 lessons right now, and we're going to be adding a ton of new lessons every single week. We add something new inside of the premium courses. So we have the introduction to trading. So if you're a complete beginner, this is great because this is a very long video, and I literally talk about the exact step 1, like the actual step 1. Like I start the video by saying, what the fuck is trading? I start at the very, very, very basics. And then I go into a little bit more advanced stuff with the second lesson. So with the second lesson, I teach everybody how to use TradingView. So I talk about time frames, I talk about candlesticks, I talk about bodies, wicks of candlesticks, I talk about all the apps and everything you need. So I call it the art of the chart. We also have a full guide on my strategy. So when you see people that are using my strategy, they've all watched this video. It's a complete guide on my strategy. Literally how I enter, how I exit, how I scalp trade, how I swing trade, everything, right? Full guide on my strategy. And also I give a little bit of bonus behind how the market actually moves, right? What actually moves the market? Who's controlling the market? Who's actually pulling the strings? Because there are people that control the market. So I tell everybody how they do that and how to benefit off of it mainly. And then this is one of my most recent lessons, your full blueprint to becoming a profitable trader. So this is an hour-long video of me telling you step by step how to become a profitable trader. So even if you're a beginner, it's great. If you're somebody who's already traded, but you haven't quite reached that step of profitability, right? This is a great video for you. So it's your full blueprint to becoming a profitable trader and to making money. So I think one of the most valuable things about premium is the fact that there's a great family and there's great content and there's great trades. So you can literally watch all these videos and then you can go into the premium chat. You can ask me questions. You can ask all the analysts questions because we'll be there to help you, right? We're active in the premium chat. We don't just have the premium chat so people can talk amongst themselves. We do have that and they can talk amongst themselves, but we're in the chat a ton. Ask anybody in premium. I am always in the premium chat, even on weekends, right? So I'm always in the premium chat, helping people out, talking with people, giving advice. So if you want to talk to me, if you just have a question and you want to reach me, I'm not going to be able to see your DMs. I'm not going to be able to see any of that, but just hop in the premium chat and ask me a question and I'll answer. And it could be trading related, it could be mindset related, it could be health related, anything, right? I love talking, I love helping people out because I see a lot of people making the same mistakes and facing the same challenges that I did back when I was starting out. So for me, it's like, oh, I've already solved that problem. So I just tell them how I did it and they're able to solve it much quicker, right? So if you want to join the family, you can click the link in the description. So click the link in the description to join premium, to lock in, to start making money with us. And I'm just going to read off a quick review of somebody who just joined this week, actually. He said he joined premium about a week ago and he couldn't be happier. I have reiterated points that he's constantly read in Trading in the Zone, Best Loser Wins. So Trading in the Zone is one of the most famous trading books ever. And so is Best Loser Wins. So it's just about mindset. It's about being a profitable trader and how to do that. And he's saying that I reiterate the points. He said that bringing something from a book is way different than having a mentor that knows his shit. And he's basically just saying that because it's one thing when you read a book, but when you're able to actually talk to me and see how I do it live, see me execute trades, see me place trades, see me form the idea, more importantly, about why I'm placing the trade, how I'm placing the trade, and really just talk to me, I think it's really helpful because a book can only give you so much information, right? You can only read a book once, but with me, it's just every day you're able to practice with me. You're able to see that, you're able to ask me questions, you're able to see it in action, right? So he said his analysis pre-market is beautiful, calls plays to the dot, which is true. I do call plays to the exact cent. Ben just analyzing how me and my team work. He said the plays they make have a very high probable chance of winning, so high probability. He said, thank you. This week he's made $3,000 in profit, so he paid for the membership by a lot and more, right? So I'd love to see that. And yeah, this is what we have inside of Premium. We also have the live stream. right? We also have a live stream. So back here, I talked about my game plan. And we also do have a live stream. So every single day, I'm on in the morning analyzing the charts, looking at trades, answering questions, doing all that good stuff. And that's where a lot of those profits will come from, is because people will be on the live stream. They'll see my exact plan for the day. They'll see exactly what I want to do. Some of them will just take the exact trades I'm taking. Some of them will take a little bit different trades based on their strategy, but I love it, right? So I love to see everybody making money. It's what we do. It's what we do, right? So if you want to join the team, click the link in the description and don't miss out, because we will actually be closing down premium for new members soon. So this is going to be one of your last chances to get in premium. We already love the community we have. We have a great, great community. So eventually what we're going to do is we're just going to stop accepting new people just so we can keep it at the number of people we have right now and keep it at this great community. So if you do want to join premium, if you are interested in joining premium, join now, right? Because eventually you won't be able to join. So don't miss your chance. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and let's make some fucking money. Peace out.